Hi guys! Today, I'll be discussing the circle, how to graph the circle, and how to find the equation of the circle given some parameters. Let's start with the circle that has its center at the origin or the center at 0, 0. And remember, the equation of the circle in standard form looks like this. Let's have our first example. Given x squared plus y squared equals 4, we know that r squared equals 4. R squared equals 4, so we can find the radius. The radius is equal to 2, so we can graph this now. The circle. Let's have the second example. Again, we know that r squared equals 9. R squared equals 9. We can find the radius to be 3, and we can graph the circle. That is your circle. Let's have the third example. How can we solve for this one? By dividing all the terms by 2, we can simplify the problem. And we have x squared plus y squared equals 25. Again, r squared equals 25. So we can have radius to be 5. So we can graph this one. And that is your circle. Let's have the fourth example, but I want you to try it yourself. Pause for a moment, continue, and check once you're done. This is how I do it. And that's the answer. This time, let's try to graph a circle that has its center at HK. And remember, the equation of the circle in standard form looks like this. Let's have our first example. By simply looking at these numbers, this will serve your center. You can identify your center by looking at these numbers, because that's your H and this is your K. So the center will be at simply the opposite of this number. Negative 2 is positive 2. Opposite of negative 1, positive 1. That is your center. And the radius is equal to, by looking at this one, r squared equals 9. R squared equals 9. Therefore, your radius is 3. So you can graph your circle, whose center is at 2 and 1. Where is 2? 1, 2, 1. That is your center. So from the center, 3 units to the right. 1, 2, 3. 3 units to the left. 1, 2, 3. 3 units going up. 1, 2, 3. And 3 units down. 1, 2, 3. So this is your circle. Let's have our second example. Okay, given this, x minus 3 squared plus y plus 2 squared equals 25, we can identify our center to be at opposite of this, negative 3, opposite, and positive 2 becomes negative 2. That is your center. The radius is simply, since this is r squared equals 25, r squared equals 25, therefore the radius is 5. You can now graph your circle, whose center is at center at 3 and negative 2. So we have, this is your center. From the center, you have 5 units to the right. Let's say here, 5 units to the right, 5 units to the left, 5 units going down, and 5 units going up. And that is your circle. Now, let's try to find the equation of the circle given some parameters. Let's say, for example, given the center is at origin, 0, 0, and radius equals to 4, we can find the equation of the circle in standard form. And since our radius is equal to 4, our r square here becomes 16. Next, let's have another example. The equation is x squared plus y squared, since the center is at 0, 0, and then your r square here will become, correct, 25. That's easy. How about the third example? Can you find the equation of the circle? Given the center of the circle is at 0, 0, and the radius is 3 root 2 unit. So since its center is at origin, we know that it is x squared plus y squared. How about the r square here? You just raise this term into a power of 2. So 3 root 2 power 2 will become 3 root 2 power 2 becomes, this one is 9 times root 2 power 2 is 2. What's the answer? Correct. It's 18. So therefore, our answer is 18. X squared plus y squared equals 18. How about if your center is at HK? For example, we are given center at 2, negative 1, and radius is equal to 3. Therefore, our equation will be x. Okay, this is equal to 9 since you have to raise this to a power of 2, 9. And then this one coming from this. The opposite of 2 is negative 2. The opposite of negative 1 is positive 1. That's how you get it. Another example. So we have center at HK, 3 and 0, and R is equal to 2. Therefore, our equation will be, okay, so we have x minus 3. Minus 3 is coming from the opposite of 3. And then we don't have value here. That's why it's y squared equals 4. And that is the answer.